Sorry about that, Joe. I apologize. Had to run downstairs for a second, grab something. My apologies. I be forgetting stuff. Y'all know I be forgetting stuff. Is this live? Why is the date listed wrong? Because I put the wrong date in. It's probably from the last live. See, watched and fixed it. Yeah, the settings all just copy over, so sometimes I forget and I just don't put the new date in. Then I go back later and fix it. It's really for, I'm glad you guys actually use it because I really just do it for me. Yeah, I do it for me because I forget, like when I'm running through a bunch of different lives trying to tag stuff to stuff later on. I always because I use the same thumbnail all the time, so I forget which one is which. Yeah, I forget which one is which. It happens all the time. Danielle, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Marmite, only person in my chat. What's going on? Oh, what's up, UK? You're good. You're good. Oh, I'm just gonna call you Dixon because I don't know. It's good. I actually just went in and fixed it. I can fix it on the fly. If you actually go back out and go look again, it says the 22nd now. Yeah. No big. No big. Not an issue. It's all good. It's great. What's going on, Chester and Carolyn and Ogden and Dory and Tracy and Norbert and Dax and Milford and Penn? How y'all doing? Hey, Dolphin. 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 You remember that South Park episode? You probably don't remember it because it's an old episode. It's an old yes, Silver. Unlike the reflecting pool, it is quite a lot easier for me to fix the date on my title than it is to fix a reflecting pool. Like significantly easier. Well, first of all, it starts by it's a lot easier from the get-go because an incompetent person isn't running my title. That's just me. All right. And I may be a little spacey, but I'm not incompetent. I'm looking for something. I can't find it. But hey, if you're going to pay, if you're going to pay someone $14 million to paint a pool, why would you expect it to work right? That's what I say. I say if you want the job done right, you pay someone $100 million. Okay. You pay someone $100 million and then really don't even really ask if they ever did it, honestly. You know? You get what you pay for, okay? And if you're gonna pay for cheap service like $14 million to paint a pool, then what do you expect? Have fun, Corey. For real, have fun. That should be fun, man. Yeah, it's just like a cheap suit, like a cheap tan suit. You know? If you're gonna pay for like a cheap tan suit, you can't expect quality. All right? You can't expect quality. The dude literally went to prison. Literally, not figuratively, literally went to prison for trying to bribe Congress. What's up, Feisty? And Sean, what's going on? See, I got members and mods sneaking in here. Wow. Is this what we're dealing with today? This guy said, how the fuck is 15 million cheap? Dumb fuck. Sarcasm really is a lost art form, right? Sarcasm literally is a lost art form. I'm joking, Kona. I'm joking. Okay. That was the point. All right. That's the point I'm making, is that it's not. All right. It's just a joke, man. Calm down. Calm down, bud. Okay. It's too early in the live for all that. It's too early in the live for all that. All right. I'm not being serious here. Okay? I joke, I kid, I kid. All right? We're not serious. All right? Just joking around. Man, I got people wow, just ready to attack already. Wow. I know, right? Me joking around? Never, right? Never. I'm the most serious person I know. All right? I'm the most serious person I know. Sure, to be honest with you. Hello?
Yo,
Hi, how old are you?
39.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. What is that?
I'm paying less taxes. I can say that much. Was paying 600 under Biden every paycheck, and now I'm paying like 3. So yeah, it helped out a lot. And he's bombing the crap out of Iran, putting them in their place.
Okay, well, can we start with the taxes and then we can go to the putting Iran in their place?
Yeah.
Sure. So for the taxes, you might, that's a total possibility. You could have gotten, $300 in tax savings over last year. Do you know the average American paid an increase of $1,000 in extra tariff costs due to Donald Trump's trade war?
I doubt that.
Well, I'm
That's
not
the
asking.
Democrats.
Sorry, that's not really. That wasn't like a. Hey, do you think that happened? That wasn't what I was at.
Yeah, because I know it's a lie, dude. All
I
you guys
was
do is lie.
informing you that it happened. Okay, I was asking what you think about it.
Well, I'm not taking that information. It's a lie.
Okay. Do you understand that almost the exact same amount of cost is going to be inflicted on the American citizens, if not more, this year, based off him going to the war with Iran?
the Trump's Medicare.
Okay, can I finish what I
You'll
was
pay
saying?
a lot cheaper.
Cool. Can I finish what I was saying?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Americans are going to pay even more than that just from the increase in gas costs due to the Iran war, just in this year.
But now, what is it? $3 a barrel now? Because the war is
$3 a
stopped
barrel?
in this day.
You think oil is $3 a barrel?
Now it is, but in Democrat states, of course, they're gonna just keep it out how it is and blame Trump. But it's their policies.
$3 a barrel.
Yep. That's what JD Vance said.
It's like $100 a barrel. $3 a
It
barrel
was
would
$100 a barrel.
$3 a barrel would make your gas prices like 2 cents a gallon.
Yeah, try go to a Republican state. It's already down. But
I live in a Republican state.
I live in a Democrat state.
I live in a Republican state, and gas prices are much higher than 2 cents a gallon.
2 cents a gallon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's what? Probably at $2, maybe $3. I don't know.
Sir, you just said it was $3 a barrel. How can it be $3 a barrel and $3 a gallon?
Well, still paying less than the freaking Democrats.
How can it be $3 a barrel and $3 a gallon?
States, brother.
Do you think that every barrel is 1 gallon?
No, I know it fucking comes in those drums, dude. Come on. Nobody's that stupid.
What are those drums called?
The fucking drums that like the mob people fucking put fucking dead bodies in.
Yeah, what are those drums called?
Barrels.
Gotcha. So if it's $3 for one of those, okay, then how would that make it $3 a gallon?
How about you go and actually watch what Donald Trump says and JD Vance? It is $3 a barrel now. Have you not watched it, or are you?
I wish I knew. I wish I could figure out the calculate. I wish I could figure out. I wish I could figure out the calculation, like the true actual calculation for how much your gas prices would be per gallon if like crude oil was $3 a barrel.
Bottom line is we're still paying a lot less than under
when was the last time? When was the last
administration.
time? Let's see. I'm actually curious about this. This is just for my own curiosity. Okay, when was the last time oil was $3 a barrel?
That's why Trump is so awesome, because it never was.
All right. The last time crude oil prices were consistently around $3 a barrel was 1972. Just before the 1973 Arab oil embargo, OPEC embargoes quadrupled crude prices from $3 to $12 a barrel. Let's see what the current cost per barrel is. Current cost per barrel of oil. Let's see. In West Texas Intermediate, it's 74. Brent crude is 78 to 79. And OPEC basket about 83.
What about Chevron?
What about Chevron?
I don't know. You named me all the other ones that I don't even use. And Chevron is totally going against Gavin Newsom and, exposing what they're doing.
Okay. Do you think when I just named like Brent crude and OPEC basket, you think that those are gas stations?
Well, maybe gas run companies or people that run those companies. I don't know. Well, why did you bring them up?
Do you know what OPEC is?
OPEC. No. Why don't you, sound that out for me or something?
Okay. It's the Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries. Okay. It's not an oil company.
So nuclear crap. We're talking about gas, not nukes.
Huh?
Petroleum. right? Petroleum, isn't that the material or whatever to make atomic bombs or
That's
nuclear
uranium.
freaking
That's
facilities?
uranium. That is
Oh,
uranium.
okay. All
That
right,
is
my bad.
uranium. Oh my, that
Okay,
is
cool.
uranium. Okay?
All right, my fault. Petroleum. Okay, cool.
What's petroleum, sir?
I guess it's gas, right? If it's not that other stuff that I
Oil
mistakenly.
producing
Okay.
countries. Okay?
All right, cool.
Yeah, and they all get together, right? And they decide based off the flow of oil and the amount of oil across the world, how much oil goes per barrel from those OPEC countries. All right. You have things like Brent crude, which is, I believe, is the one out of Texas, right? Which goes for, for most of the oil that produces in like the continental United States. Or maybe that's the other
Okay.
one. That might be WTI. It might be WTI. But anyways,
All right.
yeah, it's not your gas station, bud. It's how much oil goes for per barrel. Chevron doesn't get to decide how much oil goes for per barrel.
Okay, cool. But they do get taxed for like what they're. It's ridiculous in California. Even in Hawaii, it's kind of ridiculous.
No, Chevron doesn't get taxed. You get taxed.
Oh, they get taxed, and then we get taxed. We all get taxed, no matter what. Pretty soon, we're gonna get taxed for breathing. If not, we already are.
You think you're going to get taxed for breathing? Because technically you already do, no matter which
Pretty
state you live
soon.
in.
Pretty soon, bro. Pretty soon. I guarantee that.
Actually,
If
you
not,
already get
like I said,
taxed
we
for
already
breathing.
are. We already are.
You already get taxed for
getting
breathing.
freaking taxed for breathing.
Yeah, that already happens.
Okay. Yeah.
No. Okay.
Great.
Yes, that does happen. Yes.
But yet they're giving all our money to illegal aliens, all our tax dollars, $30,000 to be exact.
No, they're giving most of it to like Elon Musk and other government contractors. That's where the majority of our money goes.
25 million?
Huh?
We got videos of cash register people actually freaking seeing it and going on freaking news stations and reporting it. But I'm
You
pretty
have
sure
video
you didn't see
of
it.
cashier people doing it. What are you talking about?
The
What are
illegal
cash
aliens who
register
are
people?
getting EBT.
Hold on. No, hold on. Stop.
Our money.
Hold on. Stop.
And they don't.
Hold on. Stop. Hold on. Stop. What are cash register people? You mean cashiers?
Okay. Yeah. Cashiers. Cashiers. I'm sorry I didn't freaking word it the right way.
You mean in English?
Same smell, different nostril, buddy.
Do you mean, are you talking about English?
Yeah, I'm Hawaiian, brother. I get broken.
Do they not
English.
speak English in
It's almost
Hawaii?
like Old English, something that you probably never studied.
Old English. Old English is incorrect English?
To you right now it is, yes. But nowadays,
gotcha.
freaking you got a bunch of people
Gotcha.
that can't even
The old English and the queen came down and said, "Oh, those cash register people."
Well, fuck the queen.
Those cash register people in cash register land.
Yeah. Okay. At least I still know what bathroom we use, buddy.
Sir, I don't know how you tie your shoes in the morning. Okay,
Easy.
I don't know what you're talking about. Which bathroom you use?
You want to go back to the fifth grade?
Sir,
the bunny ear thing?
Sir, I'd be just a lot more surprised if you washed your hands afterwards. Okay, like honestly, at this point, I think I'd be surprised if you wiped. To be completely honest with you, okay.
Dude,
but how are you gonna say old English and then talk about cash register people? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, sir? But you see how we get from like step to A to B to C with we were just talking about oil pricing. Okay. He doesn't know what petroleum is. Or what oil prices is, but yet somehow he found a way to talk about people using the bathroom and wieners.
Oil. You could have easily said oil like everybody else would say, but you wanted to act like you're smart.
I want to act like I'm smart, sir. It's OPEC.
Yeah, you want to act like you're smart and say petroleum.
OPEC. What does OPEC stand for?
What does LGBT stand for?
What does OPEC stand for, sir?
I stand for the LGBTQ.
Gotcha. So, Organization for Petroleum Exporting Companies or Countries. Sorry,
Liquor,
that's what
gun,
it
beer,
means.
titty.
Okay. So if the acronym is P for petroleum, why would I say oil when that's not what it's for? Because petroleum covers a lot more than just just crude oil that gets refined into your gas tank. You understand that, right? Never mind. Hold on. Stand by. I know you don't understand that. I'm just informing you now. Okay.
Oh, okay. And then
And then what?
you informed me. Good job on what petroleum is. Do you need a cookie?
Actually, I didn't. I actually informed you of what acronyms were.
Acronyms. All right. What, are you going to go to pronouns too now? All I
No.
know is, bro, the people that you're voting
What's
for
a
and
pronoun?
standing with eat humans. Okay?
What's a
They're
pronoun?
pedophiles, child sex.
What's a pronoun? Just out of curiosity, what's a pronoun?
My pronoun is
I didn't ask what your pronoun was. I asked you what a pronoun is.
a pronoun is the they, them, the.
That would be examples. What is a pronoun? And the is not a pronoun. Do you say the is a pronoun?
Whatever,
Did you
bro.
say? Did you just say the is a pronoun?
I don't know. You guys think
Is that in Old English too? Is that the Old English, like Old English cash register people, and the is a pronoun?
It's insane.
Congratulations.
They the. So we have
But
a
yeah,
bunch of people that identify as the in the chat too, which I find amazing. I think that's great. Yeah.
funny. At least that you can kind of understand me.
Oh, I understand you. Unfortunately,
Okay, good. But why are you standing with people that want to murder us and can't speak?
what the fuck are you talking about, sir? Are you on something? Because it is a Monday and it's not 5 o'clock yet. I guess maybe East Coast it's 5 o'clock. So I guess whatever. But I think you're on something a little bit more than happy hour, bro. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about at this point?
Don't drink. I do smoke weed once in a while. That's good.
Sir, weed. Sorry, I don't think it's weed. I apologize. I don't think it is.
Well,
I truly, honestly think it might be crack. Maybe, I don't know. Is this your brain on drugs? I can't remember. I don't remember the commercials from when I was younger, but I'm pretty sure this is your brain on drugs, right? So, yeah, but anywho, sir, this conversation is less
you're
than
still a
worthless. Okay.
cowardice bitch. That's all it is, bro. You're a beta male bitch. Come meet me in the UFC gym, bro. Meet me in the UFC gym.
You want me to take off my clothes and wrestle with you?
Okay, that's your
God,
gig.
no wonder you guys are so concerned with wieners, bro. No wonder you guys are so concerned with wieners. Oh God, he's like, dude, can you come over here and take off your shirt and come wrestle with me, bro? Bro, just come take off your shirt and come wrestle with me, bro. I'll show you who's not a beta male. Oh yeah. I'll show you who's not a beta male. Let's wrestle. Let's get our clothes off and wrestle. Yeah, weird way to ask me out. Weird way to ask me out. But hey, it is what it is. Yo, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys like to support the live, I do have memberships, live gift goal. We're trying to clear out the gift gallery a little earlier today. Thank you, Ari, for the DJ glasses already attacking the gift gallery. So I really appreciate that. And of course, super chats. Robs, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said I went the whole day without hearing anything stupid. And 2 minutes onto this channel, and I think we just found the dumbest person alive. Very sorry, Dose first on the face of the planet. Thank you so much, Robs. I really appreciate that. Sean, thank you so much for the 2. Said, God, I hope he hasn't bred yet. Yeah, me and you both. And Taffy, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I really, really appreciate it. W's in the chat for Robs and Sean and Taffy. And Frost King, thank you so much, says Color needs to check into a sanatorium. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next caller, try to keep this thing going. So I appreciate y'all. Yeah, hit all the follow button, hit all the things, do all the things, do all the good things. I got a lab gift gold that had mustaches too, so I appreciate that.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
24.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. Why is that?
So, he's not a Christian. Most people think that's a bad thing, but I actually think it's a good thing because I'm a huge critic of organized religion. He's the first president of this country who's actually not a Christian. He holds the Bible backwards to imply that he's not a Christian. He's the first one who put an atheist in the White House, Elon Musk. He's standing up against both the Iranian regime and the Catholic Church, 2 of the most corrupt religious organizations. And I think the only reason atheists
Elon Musk wasn't in the White House
because of tribalism. But he's actually, as an atheist, everything that he's doing, I like it.
Elon Musk was never in the White House, so I don't know what you're talking
about. Yes, there's a picture of Elon Musk and Trump under a desk, behind a desk in the White House.
Under a desk? That's maybe possible.
Behind the desk.
Sir, you think that Elon Musk is the only atheist to ever enter the White House?
As far as I'm aware, yes. Is there anyone else?
You think over the 250 years of the United States, and what the 200 of which that the White House has existed, you think that's the first atheist? I've been to the White House. I'm an atheist.
Oh, really? Okay, let me rephrase that. Elon Musk is the first person who had who was part of an administration in the U.S. history.
He wasn't part of the Trump administration. He was never part of the Trump administration.
So what did he do with Trump?
He was a special government contractor. Yeah. Yeah, but he wasn't part of the administration. He never held an office position. He never was confirmed. He was never a cabinet secretary. He never held any type of office. He never did anything like that. He literally came in, stole all of our info, shut down a bunch of agencies that were trying to investigate him, and then left.
Okay. You mentioned that you're an atheist, right?
I am.
Okay, me too. So,
okay. But let's be clear. Donald Trump says he's not, right? You do realize that, right?
Trump is what?
Donald Trump says he's not.
He said that, but he's clearly not a Christian. Like, it's a joke
I agree. I agree, but he still goes to the National Prayer Breakfast. Almost every single person that he hires is a Christian. He follows things like Project 2025, which is almost primarily Christian nationalist in nature, right? The people that are all close to him, J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, your Stephen Millers, they're all Christians and enacting Christian policy and trying to talk about enacting Christian policy. Actually, if you want to talk about it from that standpoint, Donald Trump has actually been more detrimental to the separation of church and state than any other country or any other president, right? He is specifically, well, I'll say at least in the last 50 to 75 years, right? Because he literally says that he was wants to put things like the 10 Commandments in the schools and stuff like that. He's talked about return to Christianity, return to Christian values. He's talked about all of those things. So you're right. I don't believe he's a Christian. I really don't, right? Well, I think anybody with all of their brain cells can say that he's not a Christian, but it's not like he's an atheist who's going in there and fighting against the institution of Christianity, right? He's fighting with the Pope because the Pope told him not to murder people like innocent people, and he's fighting against that, saying that he should be able to murder innocent people. That's not like a religious argument. That's more like the argument, that the church had with the kings of England, which was one of the reasons for the separation in the United States, right? Where the the king thought that he should be above the church, and we had to make decisions regardless of the church, and the church was trying to, enact their own power, right? It's kind of the same type of thing, because the whole argument was, hey, you're bombing little girls' schools and killing people, you shouldn't be doing that. And they were pretty much like, we don't want to do
but
that, right?
I think it's a little bit hypocritical for the Catholic Church to say that, because it's not like historically Catholic Church never done something like that,
The Catholic Church is horrible, but it's never bad for anybody, regardless of their religion, to say that we shouldn't be killing people unnecessarily.
Okay.
Do you disagree with that statement? Hold on, do you disagree with that statement?
No, I don't disagree with that statement, but let me make my next statement. Okay, I might be wrong. I'm willing to change my mind, actually. So I think what's happening is Christians and atheists are making a coalition against Muslims. That's why Trump, who's not a Christian, brings brings some Christians in his administration, because both of them have shared enemies who are Muslims.
No, Donald Trump has Christians in his administration because he realized that getting evangelicals to vote for him, even though he's like the least, by Christian value person like that on existence, he has realized by leveraging things like abortion, by and taking rights away from women, or leveraging like a dislike for the LGBTQ community, right? He realized that he can use that in order to get votes. And he did successfully, right? He unveiled his little golden statue, and he had a pastor preaching over, like saying a prayer over his golden statue. It's all about his ability to get votes and leverage votes of evangelical Christians. And because of that, he's somewhat beholden to evangelical Christians because of that, right? So he makes decisions that kind of will please them, right? Things like
Right.
things like the putting of Supreme Court justices, right? He does those things, so he's beholden to them. So even if he was an atheist, right, he's still very much beholden to evangelicals, especially ones that want things like Christian nationalism and white nationalists and stuff like that. Yeah,
I don't get why would Christian nationalists support Trump and Musk, while atheists support Joe Biden, who's very proudly Catholic. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think.
Yeah, so that's simple. So first of all, evangelicals support Trump because Trump, again, is beholden to them, right? So he does things for their benefit, regardless of him being a Christian. Where Biden was a Catholic, right? And Biden very much was for the separation of church and state. His policy and his agenda and the way he enacted things left his personal religion personal, right? And he left his legislating separate. Elon Musk is a whole other thing. Elon Musk isn't like, this isn't real, right? He just paid a whole bunch of money to gain influence with Trump because he thought that paying Donald Trump a bunch of money would make him cool. Nobody cares about Elon Musk besides the fact that he's a fucking Nazi, okay, who got all of his money from apartheid South Africa. So he's a racist, like insane one, right? And so I don't give a shit about his religious beliefs when he's up there doing Nazi salutes, bro. Like you think his religious beliefs are what I'm concentrated on? He's a giant piece of shit. That's what I'm concentrated on. So is Donald Trump. If Donald Trump was actually a Christian, right, and actually was doing things that were actually right and moral and just, then I don't really care, right? I would rather personally have an atheist in the White House, but I want an atheist in there who's actually going to do things that keep the separation of church and state real, right? That actually keep that divide between our government and people's religions and stop trying to propagate against it, right? Donald Trump has specifically come out and said that Christians are under attack. He justified his attack, I believe it was in Nigeria? He justified his attack on Nigeria by saying that Christians were under attack. He's parroted things from like the Heritage Foundation and Mike Johnson in the United States saying that Christians are under attack in the United States, right? He's done that specific thing, right? So he's feeding right into them, where Joe Biden didn't do any of that stuff. He said, no matter which religion you're in, okay, or lack of religion, right? You should be accepted and be okay in the United States, right? That's why that's where the dichotomy lies.
Okay, let me make sure that I understood correctly. You're saying that Joe Biden is a Christian in his personal life, but he's a religious secular in his political life, and Donald Trump is the other way around, right?
I'm saying that I'm sure that Joe Biden's, Catholicism, Catholic upbringing. I'm sure that that has an influence on the decision he's making, but I'm saying his
Sure.
rhetoric and his legislation when he's in the office doesn't
Hmm.
portray that as a need for everybody to be it. Where Donald Trump
Right, but
again has said at a time that he wasn't a Christian, even though other times he says that he is, right? He said that he's not a Christian, but his rhetoric comes from extreme right wing Christian like nationalist groups.
okay. I guess I get it, and I am changing my mind. But I have one more question. So since we both agree that Trump is not a Christian, I'm just curious to know. I'm not saying that to disagree with you. I just want to make sure. But is Trump really the first non-Christian president in U.S. history, or no?
No, I highly doubt that. Actually, our founding fathers, for the most part, were deists, right? There were some Christians in there, you know,
Right.
but they were in general deists, right? So they believed in higher powers and stuff like that, but not specifically a specific God or the Christian God necessarily. I also believe, and this is just my personal belief, I don't have a whole lot of proof towards this, but I believe that there have been many, 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 many politicians throughout our history who have claimed Christianity for the necessity of needing to be a Christian in order to hold office in this country,
Yeah,
right?
like
Because
basically said I'm a Christian because it's a taboo to say otherwise, you know?
right, right, exactly. Like to be an atheist, like I think now I don't think it would be as big of a deal. I think it would still be a big deal. I mean, you would definitely galvanize, again, those same Christian nationalist evangelical Christians that Donald Trump seems to galvanize, right, and towards him, you would still galvanize that. But like if an atheist came out right now and was like, "Hey, I'm running for president," they'd still lose their shit, but they had a chance. 30 years ago,
Right,
40 years ago, zero chance. Zero chance. They would never make it to
right,
a debate stage, right?
right. Can I be honest with you? I'm an atheist. I really want an atheist to be in office, but like I don't know, both sides of the political spectrum are religious. I mean, even the left, or there's Mamdani who's a Muslim. I don't know. I just feel that no one really represents me. You know, I don't know who
Yeah,
should I vote for.
and that's fine. I don't have a necessity to have a an atheist in the presidency. I don't really care if you're an atheist, if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim. I just want somebody who's
Hmm.
actually going to do things that are going to help the United States, right? I want people that are going to
Right,
keep their religion, and regardless of whether that's a religion or even if there was an atheist in there, I don't want an atheist coming in and going, we're getting rid of like all Christian schools, or you know what I'm saying, or like we're burning down all the churches, right?
yeah,
I don't want an
right,
atheist
right,
coming in and trying to propagate against religion, right? I just want that to stay
right,
away. I just want somebody who's going to take care of the United States, who's going to take care of the people, who's not going to put us in pointless wars, who's going to pass legislation that actually, benefits like the middle and lower classes. That's not going to allow for these giant tax breaks to create trillionaires at the expense of everybody else. It's going to give us health care. That's going to make sure our food is safe to eat, right? These are the things that I care about. And like if Mamdani's a Muslim, I'm not a Muslim in any way. She never have been, right? But he's like, hey, we're gonna make
right,
grocery stores that aren't for profit, aren't gonna gouge the hell out of you. Cool, dude. That's fine, man. I couldn't. Your religious beliefs have nothing to do with the fact that he's giving people free public transportation, which helps people get off their feet and be able, get onto their feet. Sorry, and be able to go out and get
right,
jobs and do all of those stuff. Those are stuff because that's what matches
right,
my values, right? That's what
right.
matches my
But
values. His religion doesn't, but his values do.
right, but my question is, since me and you both are not Muslim, do you think Mamdani would accept us if we tell him that, yeah, we don't believe in your religion, we think it's false, you're atheist?
I think he's accepting it right now. Do you think that most of New York is Muslim?
No, but like personally, I'm an ex-Muslim, right? And according to the Islamic law, if you leave the religion, you should die, you should be killed. So I kind of feel if someone is really a literal Muslim, wouldn't support my life.
Well, when he stops respecting other people, then I'll deal with that then. As of right now, he's at Knicks games respecting everybody that he's around, and I see him surrounding himself with not just Muslims. He's surrounding himself with people of all types of religious beliefs and backgrounds and colors and genders and gender identities and ethnicities. I'm seeing that across the board. He's not just just narrowing himself to just Muslims. So if he
But
changes, then I'll deal with that
okay,
then. But right now, he's not doing
okay,
anything that I see on that. Hell, he got Donald Trump smiling and grinning at him like just like first love type
that
of
is a
shit.
good point.
So
But remember, you earlier you said that many people who work in the U.S. government, just said that they're Christian to, gain votes because it was a taboo. So how do you know that Mamdani isn't doing those things because he has to get the vote of the left, and he actually doesn't really believe in that because of his religion?
You think that him being a Muslim would garner more votes from the left?
No, not him being a Muslim. Him accepting other religions and people with no religion.
I don't know what Mamdani's heart says.
Right.
I don't care, to be completely fucking honest with you. Like, just who, dude, I don't care. Like, if Mamdani can go home, right, and he can do whatever, like, I can't be in his thoughts, I can't be in his brain, I don't know what he's doing. All I can see is the acts that he's doing. I can see how he's
Okay.
acting as a mayor, right? And I can see that the
Mhm.
things that he is doing is good, right? I don't pretend to go,
Right.
oh, maybe he's pretending like this diversity for left. Maybe he is. I don't know, but he's still diverse. He's still promoting these people. He's still doing all of it, right? But to be completely honest with you,
Right.
I really do feel like I'm a pretty decent judge of character. And I've never met Mamdani. I've never talked to him face to face.
Okay.
So I can't say 100% that I know his character or anything like that. But I can see what I see on
Right.
TV and
Right.
newspapers, and it doesn't seem it seems genuine. It seems genuine. And
Right.
so maybe he's the best actor on the planet. I don't know, but if he is, cool. Keep going anyway. I don't care.
Right. Okay. I enjoyed this conversation. I hope you did as well. So I guess I'm just gonna take off.
All right, man.
Thanks
Well,
for
you
your
have a good
time.
one, all right?
You too. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, did I never do that? Shoot. Oopsie. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, I really don't know. I don't know, man. Zoran could be a real bad person, and when I don't see him, I don't know. Okay, I'm just saying it's hard to be under that much spotlight. It's hard to be under that much spotlight, and us not see something, you know? Yeah, I'm just saying, like, under that much spotlight, and he's still chilling out. Oh no, man. Anyways, y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, like, and I'll be completely honest, I really, like, as an atheist, like, I don't know. I really don't give a shit about your religious preference. Right, like being in office. I just don't. I just want you to keep it out, keep it away. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to keep it out of my life. You could be a Christian, you can be a Muslim, you can be an atheist. You can worship the flying spaghetti monster, okay? I really actually that would be my preference. If you actually worship the flying spaghetti monster, that would bump you up a little bit, okay? But outside of that, for everybody else, like, I'm like, I don't know, man. It just, like, I don't care. Just keep it away from me. Just keep it away from me. And what's even funnier is, like, the entire time that, by the way, if you're still a Trump supporter or you're a Republican, you can call on the number that's above my head or join the guest request box. Also, trying to clear the hat and mustaches and super chats available. It's really funny that I hear all the time from people that are like, oh yeah, Biden. Remember that whole, it was like a whole, like, rumor going around the internet. They were like, Biden was excommunicated, which is like, it's like a complete lie, right? But it is kind of crazy that, like, you see Biden up there and Biden's not doing anything. Like, I mean, I'm not saying sorry. I'm not saying he didn't make some questionable decisions as president at certain points. Yeah, he did. All right. But he wasn't out there with felony charges and fucking and sexual assault allegations, or haven't heard anything about him being on on, on the island, you know? Like, he's over there just like chilling. And Christians are like, oh, he's old. And then Trump comes in, like talking about how he has sex in common with his daughter. And the Christians are like, yeah, him. Like, what are you guys thinking, man? Like, what are you guys doing? Like, this is why there's a record number of people like leaving the Christian church. There's a little record number of people leaving the Christian church. Record. People are scattering because it's just so fake, man. It's just so fake. You know? Like you have people that are like literally in the same sentence being like, "Oh, like Christians should do this, that, and this and the other. They should be good people. They should like do all this stuff. And then also we need to support Donald Trump." Like, what? We need to take rights away from people. Immigrants shouldn't eat. Right? Immigrants shouldn't eat. But the Bible says, no. You don't listen to what the Bible says. You listen to what we say the Bible says. Anyway, I was actually listening to something the other day. It was kind of crazy. Because they were talking about... sorry. I had a little blood sugar problem earlier. I was getting a massive headache. I'm trying to keep my blood sugar up, so I apologize. With the Skittles, so I apologize. Yo, let's get this thing up to 50,000 likes. I appreciate y'all. And hit that thumbs up if you're over on YouTube. And like I said, please help support the live. I also have pay links in the bio. Cash App and no PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all. But yeah, they were talking about how the average American, I don't think reads at a 6th grade level. And the Bible is written at a 12th grade reading level. So it's like the majority of people that actually like read the Bible can't even understand what the hell it says. Is it 5th grade level? Thanks, Veronica. Yeah, so when I'm like, when Christians come up here and they're trying to explain, like their love for Donald Trump while also justifying it being a Christian, and I start explaining their Bible to them, like, yeah, it makes sense why I'm having to like teach them the things that are in the Bible. It makes sense why I'm having to teach them things that are in the Bible because they don't read it. It's kind of depressing, honestly. It's kind of depressing, but they want social studies class to study the Bible in Texas schools. Let me be very clear. I'm going to tell y'all a story real quick. All right. I'm going to tell y'all a story. I know, again, you can call in. I have one caller. I might take him in a second, but if you still support Trump or you're a Republican, join the call in, join the guest request box. I appreciate that. So this whole like teaching the Bible in Christian schools thing is wild to me. All right. And for y'all that have never heard me say it, right? I went to Christian school my entire life. Like all the way up through middle school, it was like Christian schools that were like attached to churches. Like all the way through elementary school, I went to a Christian school that was attached to a church that I went to. All right. Then I went to middle school, changed to a different one, went to another one that was like was that a Lutheran? But I can't remember if it was a Lutheran church or not. Anyways, then I went to a different one for high school, like a non-denominational one, right? So I went to Christian school my whole life, got accepted to Cal Baptist University without applying. I didn't even apply. They just called me up and they were just like, yo, you want to come here? And I'm like, not really. And they're like, well, if you change your mind, come on over, and like I got accepted immediately. So I grew up learning the Bible in class at school my whole life. All right. And I want to be very clear. All right. If you're learning the Bible, you're not learning actual things you need to get through life. All right. You're not learning it. So my freshman year of high school, my religion teacher, Bible teacher, whatever, he got arrested for hooking up with my friend's girlfriend, who was also a freshman in high school. Okay. Went to jail. Crazy story how they caught him too. Crazy story how they caught him. I'll tell you guys in a sec. The vice principal, all right, years after I graduated, got arrested and went to jail for kid stuff. He was the vice president and the head football coach. All right. So don't think for a second that teaching the Bible in schools makes your school better. All right. Don't think that the teachers will be better or they'll be learning more or they'll come. It doesn't. I promise you it doesn't. I promise you it doesn't. I can tell you where all my friends ended up from high school. Okay? None of them are pastors. I promise you that. Okay? Not a single one. All right? Not a single one. not one of those mothers, bro. There are, and remember, this is a Christian school, so no, you weren't allowed to be gay or anything, right? That's just craziness. I know from my graduating class, which was not many, because again, it was a small Christian school. It was less than 100. I think it was 70 something. There's at least 4 that are gay. That's right at the top of my head. So just by the way, that whole get that out of your head. Oh, if kids aren't taught that being gay is okay, then they're not going to be gay. You can wipe that straight out of your fucking mind right now. Okay? You can get rid of that right now. Okay? Because we were the most suppressed school in my county. All right? And all I see is fucking pride flags, dude. That's 4 from my class. I know of at least 3 more that were either under or over me. 3 or 4 more. Okay. But yeah. So yeah, you can wipe that right off. We weren't even allowed to be. How did he get caught? All right, y'all, tap the screen. I said tap the screen, and we went from 22 to 25,000 likes. Can we please tap the screen? Can we please start working on the gift gallery, working on the live gift goal? I really appreciate y'all. I'll tell the story, though. And thank you so much for the super chats that came through. I will hit those up as soon as I'm done with my story. So my other buddy, I'll say his first name because his first name is super common. His last name is not, so I won't say that. But one of my friends, Matt, knew that this teacher always kept gum in his drawer, right? And it was always weird. The class was always really, really weird. And this teacher was known for you could get him off track. You could pretty easily derail the conversation and get him to talk about whatever for a while. But anyways, I remember specifically in class one time him dancing with this girl, slow dancing with this girl in class. Cause I remember, like I said, it was my buddy's girlfriend. And I remember specifically that one of our other friends made a joke that said, "Is that your girlfriend or the teacher's?" I remember it specifically. We're high school boys. We're just making fun of each other, right? So I remember them making a joke about it. Like I remember very specifically. Anyways, one of our other friends, Matt, was looking for gum, and he knew he kept gum in his desk drawer. So he went over to get the gum out of the. Oh goodness! Stop. He went over to the desk to find gum and like pulled open the desk drawer, and inside the desk drawer, it was just full of like love letters between the two, and like love letters that that like middle schoolers write each other, but it was between like a freshman in high school and like a grown ass like 30-year-old man with like a wife and 2 kids. Anyways, so my buddy Matt, who I'm sure is still traumatized by this till this day, he like looks in there, he's like, "Oh, what's that?" And so he starts flipping through these letters. He's like, "What the fuck?" And so I like all I remember was like he came out, he talked to somebody or one of our other friends. I don't remember who he talked to. And he was literally like, "I don't know what to do." And they were like, "You should go like I could tell somebody." Holy shit. And yeah, next thing we knew, like he was getting hauled off in cuffs. And we had a new Bible teacher. And yeah, he got no, he got convicted. He went to prison. I know more, but I can't talk about like more like on here. But yeah, he went to prison, and he was in prison for like quite a while. Probably not as long as he should have been. But I mean, he was in prison for at least 10 years. At least 10 years. Like I was it might have been like 15 years. I don't know. I was way grown by the time he got out. Like I was very grown. Yeah. I don't know if it was exactly 10 years. I don't remember. First of all, this happened when I was a freshman in high school. Okay? And I'll be 40 this year, okay? So like this is like 25 years ago. I don't remember exactly how many years he got. But yeah, he went to jail, that's for sure. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy how that went down. That was a whole mess ago. But anyways, yeah, it wasn't until after I graduated that later on down the road, then they found out like the vice principal, who was like the head, like he was the vice principal, he was like the football coach, and then like he was married to like the choir director, and he was doing like kid stuff or some shit. The whole school ended up getting shut down. Like I'm in chats right now, and like people are having people can't get their transcripts. Like, first of all, I'm like, dude, if you're my age and you haven't figured out like to get your transcripts yet, I don't really know what to tell you. I don't know why like you're 40 and you need your high school transcripts, but anyways, moral of the story, don't the same Christian schools have a lot worse checks on who they hire. Okay? Some of the shit that teachers did in my school is insane. Okay? It's insane. Funny enough, the one I had a few good teachers. I'm not saying they were all bad. Okay, I'm not saying they were all bad. I had some very good teachers, all right? But the funny enough, the one biggest teacher, the one best teacher I had, the one that literally has got me like that helped me the most in life. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't. And he is he was actually the Bible teacher that was the head Bible teacher that took over for that other guy. And funny enough, like his whole thing was about thinking critically. And he really, really, really did teach me like this is how you think critically, this is how you think outside the box. Like, and he was the one that actually told us to like research other religions. To like research other religions. And his whole thing was like you can't really know your religion unless you know everybody else's religion. Unfortunately for him, me learning about all those other religions and learning to think critically was the reason why I'm an atheist now. So kind of backfired, I think, but yeah, he's like an ordained minister and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it is crazy that the ordained like preacher is the one that taught me critical thinking, which is the reason why I'm not Christian anymore. So like, just interesting, just a thought. Just a thought. Steffelson, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Hey, MAGA, if you could rebrand Sharia law as Christian but kept all the anti-women and anti-gay rules that you love, how fast would you enact it here? That is a great question. That might be the question of the month. This might be the super chat of the month. Okay? Because that's generally what people like Mike Johnson and all them are trying to do, right? If you really think about it, that's what Mike Johnson and all of them are trying to do. They're trying to enact their own version of Sharia law, just the Christian version. You know? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put, Christianity all in schools. They're trying to suppress like the votes of women. They're trying to, kick out anybody that's not like them, whether that's like LGBTQ like community. Like they're trying to, get rid of like, they're really trying to get rid of anybody that's not Christian. That's really what this like sect of Christian nationalism is trying to do. So you ask how quick would they do it? They're already doing it. It's already a thing that's happening. They're already doing it. So I don't think they would slow down. I don't think they would slow down. So they if Mike Johnson or God forbid like Stephen Miller happened, like got it, like they would literally probably return this bitch to like Old Testament law, dude. Like you wouldn't be able to wear mixed fabrics or eat shellfish. Like you'd be selling off your daughters. You'd be selling off your daughters to their assaulters and stuff. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. You know they would. You know they would. Anyway, hey, I think they would for sure. That's Stephen Miller's fucking like wet dream over there. I'm pretty sure. Rainbow Kitty, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, you see, Trump forgot to read his own name. He supposedly was doing a speech and was reading what was written, and he said, "Your name here." That can't be true. That's not real life. That can't. Please, please let this be true. Is this true? Is this for real? If this is real, I need this right now. I'm not shocked that he did it. I'm shocked I haven't heard about it. Okay? I'm not shocked that it happened. I'm shocked that I didn't hear about it before now. We got to figure out if this is real or not. Oh, I can put that. We got to find out if this is real or not. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, this seems like an old one, but let's see. Oh, okay. That's nothing. That's not true. Okay. He did say state your name, but he was saying it as part of the oath of enlistment, which is what you're supposed to say. So, that's good. That's good. Glad that wasn't. I thought he was literally just out here being like. I thought he was out here just losing his whole mind. I thought he was out here just losing his whole mind. All right. So we can be thankful for some things. All right. We can be thankful for some things. It looks like that last brain cell. We can be thankful that last brain cell is just holding on for dear life. It's struggling, but it's still, man. It's fighting, bro. It's fighting. It has to nap sometimes. Sometimes it has to take little naps, but it's surviving, okay? Frost King, thank you so much for the $2. Says, as a dyslexic, I'm allergic to reading. I guess technically you actually are like allergic. Like, well, we'll call it an allergy. I'll call it that. That's why audiobooks are a thing, right? That's why audiobooks are a thing. I enjoy reading, but like I have to be, how do I put it? I have to be very engaged in what I'm reading. So like when I'm reading stuff for like policy, or I'm reading things like in the news, or I'm reading stuff like that, I'm super engaged and I'm really thinking about what I'm reading. The second that like I'm reading something just like for whatever, like my brain just, it wanders off into whatever. I'll lose my train of thought. And then I'm like looking back through the pages. I'm like, what did I just read? Where am I even at? Then I got to go back like 2 pages to try to like come back up with something. It's bad. Yeah. So as long as I'm engaged, as long as I'm good, as long as I'm in there, as long as I'm in the zone, like reading, then I'm fine. But if I have to fucking like cut, yeah, I'll lose my mind. I will not do well. I will not do well. All right, let me check something real quick. Cool. Anyways, if you still support Trump or join the guest request box, you can join the guest request box or call in on the number that's above my head. I appreciate y'all. We're looking for 2 money guns. Clear out that the gift goal, and thank you also so much for the super chats. I really appreciate that. Like you guys see, all super chats I will put them up. I'll read them. Make a really good point. I'll sit there and talk about them for a while. But yeah, anyways, you guys should also check out my new short. I put out a new short almost like right before I came on, and we were actually just talking about gas. Well, she was talking about gas prices and how, oh, we're so excited. We should be so excited. The gas prices are coming down. Isn't that exciting, y'all? Isn't that exciting? The gas prices are coming down. Oh, wait. They're still like $1 higher than they were before. Isn't that crazy? Who's this person? I'm gonna go back into what I was talking about. Let's see who this person is. Hello?
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going great. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Yeah, Trump, man. He's, after the e-files were released and everything, he's a confirmed kike Jew. He's a stupid nigger who puts Israel before America. He's a pedophile.
Anyways, so what I was talking about, yeah, it's fine. Some people's parents didn't love them. They got to come and let stuff out, But anyways, so gas prices are like, yeah, I don't know. That's just such like energy, isn't it? Just very weird. I said always try to be, better than your local mediocre white guy. It's all you can do. It's all you can do. Hello?
You get me?
Not really well. You're kind of breaking up.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Oh shit, alright. You hear me better now? Yo, so do you understand why the gas prices are up?
Do I understand why the gas prices are up? Why don't you tell me?
Yeah, do you? Well, but
I can't understand you, dude. Hey,
Alright,
I need you to get better reception. I can't understand you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down, and then if you want to come back up, you're more than welcome. But like, sorry, no one could actually understand you. No one could actually understand you. Yeah, like I said, I am just really happy for everyone out there who found like that caller who just got their Trump phone. I hope you guys really enjoy it. I also just got some new electronics, so I think it's it's really exciting to get new electronics. So you guys got that Trump phone. And it's not doing too well for you. It's working exactly how well it should be working for what you bought. Your rump phone. Sorry. I'm so happy you guys got your rump phone. Because the T's are missing. Or was that the watches? I think it was the watches where the T was missing, right? Very high quality. What did it say on them? Imagined in the US or some shit like that. Because they wasn't made in the US. So it's just like it was they thought about it in the US first. I need to move this stuff over here so I can see better. Yeah, it was they dreamed about it in they dreamed about it in the United States, then sent it to a Chinese company to actually make. But hey, I'm glad you guys got it. Really, I am. I'm happy for all of y'all. It's a long road. It's a really long road to be able to do that. So you guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. It only costs you $600 to never be able to talk on the phone ever. And if you are able to get a spot where there's reception and you can use it, just know that you'll still look like a moron walking around with a Trump phone. Yeah. But I prefer that. Okay. I prefer that personally, because I like to know, way ahead of seeing you, what kind of person you are. And if I'm not even saying that everybody that voted for Trump is a moron, but if you bought a Trump phone, you're not doing great. All right. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Yeah, you're not doing awesome. Okay? Like you're not making the best life decisions. To be completely honest with you. Hello, how are you?
Good, you?
I'm sorry, hello?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
36.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
First off, can I get that first phone caller's number so I can get that $3 a barrel so I could buy like 100,000 of
You
those?
and me both, bro. Fucking, I'll send out to everybody if we're sending out $3 a barrel oil. I think we could
Well,
all. I think
we
we can
can
all
go
use
in
some
on
of
it.
that, man.
We can
$3
go
a
in on it and start
yeah.
selling them for 65.
Well, I mean, I'll be on for sorry, we can sell them for 50 and make a killing. Yeah, I mean that's still way lower than gas prices going around. Yeah, I think we'll all invest in that.
It will be millionaires.
Oh yeah, real quick.
But, anyways, I was going to talk to you about that reflecting pool. You think Trump spent way too much on that?
$3 for that barrel of gas was too much for that. Yeah.
Well, it's crazy though that a bunch of people was throwing algae in it and oil in it. That's just crazy that they would do shit like that. Just to make him look bad.
That would be crazy, except for that's not what happened. So
what about the videos I've seen of it?
The videos you've seen of people throwing oil in it? I'd love to see that video.
But I've heard of oil, but I've seen the algae when a couple people got arrested.
Who's been arrested?
I don't know their names, but a couple people got arrested for it.
Yeah, no, nobody threw algae into the reflecting pool. He painted it blue, right? Which then absorbs more heat, which then raises the temperature of the water, which makes it more susceptible to algae.
Yeah, but algae doesn't form that fast. Because also, what do you think about Biden spending $34 million to redo it and then it sprung the leak right away?
Hold on. First, so you're saying that algae doesn't form that fast, which it absolutely does. You think what is a more likely scenario is somebody brought that much algae to the reflecting pool? Because that would be like tankers full of algae.
Well, it wasn't just one person.
It was multiple tankers that went up to the reflecting pool?
No, I've heard many people have been arrested so far.
Yeah, no.
But do you realize how bad oil would change the color? I mean, come on, that's a given.
Sir, nobody's dumping oil into the reflecting pool. You think it's just random that just algae popped up like right after they did the painting?
I mean, there's a difference between algae and a color change. Algae is like shit that grows in there.
Yes, and changes the color of the water.
Right. And I've never seen any proof of anything growing in there.
The algae is the proof of something growing. The algae is what's growing.
Okay, but they're saying that they're just dumping it in there. And how many people have got arrested so far for that?
I don't know of any.
Oh, you need to look into that.
Sure, I will.
There's been people arrested. He actually sent National Guard there to look after it. You didn't hear about that either? Hello?
Hold on, I'm looking.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I seen it today. That several people had got arrested or...
Looks like there's been 5 arrests.
Okay.
With no evidence.
And one of them was a former Olympian.
Among those arrested was a former U.S. Olympic canoeist, David Hearn, who previously told NBC News he was detained for 5 hours after touching a piece of the detached coating of the reflecting pool.
He actually jumped in and cut it out.
Yeah, that's not dumping algae.
No, that was a different report.
Nope, this is the same report. These are the people that were arrested today.
Oh, yeah, I was talking. It was like 2 or 3 days ago, I thought.
Nope. There was 5 arrests today, and it looks like they are all for people that picked up pieces of the blue coating paint.
The floor that they cut, yeah.
Yep. So nobody for dumping algae.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
and it says right here that the pool...
I might be wrong, but I've seen a few At least
Hannah
2 to
Carroll, who
3
lives in
fans
the
about
area,
it.
Hannah Carroll, who lives in the area, said the pool has always had a bit of algae, but it never looked as bad as it does right now. So it's always had algae, and it just expanded due to the blue paint. Okay, because that makes sense. That's why I believe under the Obama administration there was filters put in to help to get that algae out there, right? But you had the blue put in there, then you had the algae growing. Then because of the blue paint, then they put the peroxide in there, right, in order to try to kill the algae, which made the paint come up. All right, and then they removed all the filters to get the algae out. Like, all of this makes complete sense if you just attended a science class.
Can you look up how long it takes algae to grow? Because how long has the pool been done for?
How long does it take? Sure. How long does it take algae to grow? Sure, why not? 24 to 48 hours.
Oh, okay, that's crazy. I thought it would take at least a week or two.
Nope. Under ideal conditions, warm temperatures, direct sunlight, and unbalanced nutrients, algae can begin to grow in as little as 24 hours.
Yeah. All right, well, that's crazy.
It's not really that crazy, sir.
No, I'm saying it's crazy that it grew in there that fast, but it happens. I don't know how it happened, but it does, I guess. But still, Obama paid $34 million to have the pool done, and that was a long time ago, 2009, and it took him 2 years to do it.
Sounds like it was done right.
No, because it sprung a leak almost immediately, and it hasn't been fixed since.
Yeah, it has. They fixed the leak under the Obama administration.
In 2009 by the economic stimulus package, and to fix, the old leaks. and while successfully updated, the pool's infrastructure started to spring more leaks and algae growth.
Okay.
So basically the same thing happened under Biden, but it just cost almost triple the price.
No, he actually went in there and fixed leaks. He installed filters. He installed a complete filtration system, right?
Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm at the dog park, and this lady's about to let some dogs in with my dog. Can I call back?
Sure.
All right, thanks, buddy. Ma'am?
I think dogs are supposed to... I think dogs are supposed to be at the dog park, are they not? Anyways, right here, former President Barack Obama presided over a multi-million-dollar renovation of the pool, but the final bill was nowhere near Trump's estimate, and the Biden administration did not conduct any major work. As for Trump's federal spending, so the costs are significantly higher than he says. This is false. The Obama administration spent at least $34 million on the massive tier reconstruction project that ended in 2012. No major repairs to the pool were done during the Biden administration. Trump had put the cost of the work at the pool around 1.5 to 2 million. Records show there was at least 14.8 million worth of contracts had been awarded. Repairs done under the Obama addressed issues such as stagnant water, as well as the reality that the pool had begun to leak and sink into the land dredged from the Potomac River to build it. It was re-engineered with a circulation and filtration system using river water from the nearby tidal basin. Instead of city drinking water, it also made shallower. It was also made shallower to save water, and its bottom was tinted gray to make the water darker and more reflective to the Washington Monument. Paved paths were added. An Associated Press on the day of the pool reopened in 2012 states the reconstruction costs $34 million. According to the federal spending records, the government awarded at least $1.3 million more in contracts related to the project, but those efforts were not completely successful. All the pool was continued to. Oh yeah, that's just whatever. So let me get this straight. So Obama put a whole bunch of money into the pool to fix it because it was bad and needed fixing, which is good. Donald Trump spent $14 million to paint it. Bad. I think I got it. We all good with that? I think I'm good with that. I'm pretty cool with it. I am 100% okay with using money in order to renovate things that require renovation, especially when it comes to different monuments and other stuff like that. I don't have an issue with that. I think as long as it was approved by Congress and, you know, and all that sort of stuff, or coming out of the right funds, I have no issue with that, because if not, we lose history, right? I have no problem with that. I have a problem when you spend $14 million to paint a pool. That's what I have an issue with. If Obama had spent $34 million to paint a pool, I also would have a problem with that. Okay. 100%. But that's not what happened. He completely renovated the whole thing. He changed the water source. He changed the filtration in it, changed the type of water, made it shallower, did all sorts of great stuff. That sounds like it's probably worth $34 million to me. Personally, I am confused about him having to leave because there's dogs at the dog park, though. A little confused by that. Slightly confused by that. He was just like, oh, y'all make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. If you guys like support, I do have super chats, pay links in the bio, live gift goals. I appreciate it. If his dogs aren't friendly, then he shouldn't be at the dog park. That's why I go to the dog park, is so my dog can play with other dogs. Because she likes running with other dogs. The other dog was brown is wild. That's wild. That's a wild statement. That's wild. That's an insane comment, and I love it. For all you know, the new dogs entering were unfriendly. If they were just entering, how would he know they're unfriendly? Ow. Yeah, the point of a dog park is social hour. That's the entire point. That's what we're supposed to do at dog parks. Sorry, I love going to dog parks, so it's weird to me that that's an issue. It's just weird to me that that's an issue. Is this on me? Am I strange for this one? The dogs were bringing in algae. That makes sense. That checks. But yeah, anyways, back to what I was talking about. Again, if you still support Trump, or you're who is this? All right. Hello?
Nonsense. Hello?
Hi.
I am Miss Foley. How's it going?
I can't really hear you.
Obama here.
I can't hear you too
Are
well.
you bringing up his 8-year illegal war?
I can't hear you very well. Do you have better reception? Are you like on a Bluetooth or something?
We'll get Obama's dick out of here. Maybe you can hear me.
What?
I say get Obama's dick out of your ear. Maybe you'll be able to hear me.
What?
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 I said get Obama's dick out of your ear. Maybe you'll be
Sir,
able to
I'm
hear
sorry.
me.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't hear you. What was that?
A guy. Must be my Obama phone.
What? I just wanted to see how many times I could get him to talk about wieners before he hung up. The answer is 5. I could get him to talk about 5. I was just trying to. They're always obsessed with wieners, bro. They're always obsessed with them. It's all they think about. It's on their mind 24/7. God, I can't wait to go up to Polly's live and talk about wieners. That's what they sit at home and they do that. That's what they do. They sit at home, they sit at work, they're like, God, I can't wait to go talk to this dude about wieners, bro. God, they probably tell their friends, go punch a wall, drink a Monster. God, guys. God, oh man. Can't wait to. Wieners. I've never in my life been as straight as MAGA is gay. Not at any point in time in my life have I been as straight as MAGA is gay. Like, true story. Wiener, floppy, wiener, floppy, wiener, floppy. Game of Thrones, South Park. Oh my goodness. Wiener, sloppy, wiener, sloppy, wiener. I love South Park, dude. I love South Park. Oh my goodness. But anyways, yeah, so we were talking about gas prices. I talked about gas prices on my most recent video, not gas prices in general. I really just talked about why it always, do you guys ever notice this? And maybe you guys already saw the short, maybe while you're here because you saw the short. So, but you guys ever notice how everything with Trump supporters, when they try to get you to convince you that Trump is doing good, it's never past tense and always future tense. Always. It's always future tense. Why do you support Trump? He's gonna go to Iran and he's gonna take out the government and he's gonna secure America. He's gonna bring down the gas prices that he raised. He's gonna build a wall and Mexico's gonna pay for it. And then when Donald Trump never accomplishes any of those things, they just move on to the next thing. Concepts of a plan, 2 weeks. It's always the next thing. Right? Like, just once, I just want to, like, right now, like I said, the video I just made was this lady was talking about how gas prices were going to come down in time for the summer. Look, it's summer. The gas prices are starting to go down. I bet you're not complaining now. I bet you're not. That's what she was saying. She was literally like, I bet you're not complaining now that gas prices are starting to go down. First of all, you don't get credit for bringing down gas prices you raised. Okay? Let's start there. You don't get to start a fire and then get credit for starting to put out the fire. That's the crazy thing too. It's not even credit for putting out the fire you started. It's getting credit for you're going to put out the fire you started in the future. Right? I want credit for fixing the thing that I fucked up that I haven't fixed yet, but I will fix it soon. But that's the thing, Rob. It's not even that he wants credit for fixing things that he broke. He wants credit for saying he's going to, for the future act of fixing something that he broke. Gas prices currently are almost $1 more. Currently, almost $1 more than they were when Donald Trump started this useless war. They're almost $1 more than when Donald Trump started this pointless war. And why did gas prices go down? Well, because the ceasefire went in. What's at risk right now? The ceasefire. Why is it at risk? Because Donald Trump's not in control of anything and Israel keeps bombing Lebanon. And so they had to send JD Vance and put JD Vance on a plane to go beg and grovel and beg and plead Iran to not close the strait again so that gas prices stay down. All right? But I'm supposed to give Donald Trump credit for the gas prices coming down, that he's the only reason they went up. Because he got a ceasefire in the war that he started. It's just crazy the amount of twists and turns and the psychological, trapeze that you have to do to still support Trump. It literally is. It's a psychological trapeze. You literally have to just, oh, well, he didn't do any of the things that he said he was going to do, so how do I keep supporting him? How do I keep supporting him even though he does nothing that he says he's going to do? And for these MAGA creators, y'all are wild, dude. I can just go, you don't even erase your dumb videos. I can just go back through your pages and be like, yep, there's the first thing you said that you gave him credit for that he never did. And here's the second thing that you gave him credit for that he never did, never got done. Your literal timeline is a history of all the shit that you gave Donald Trump credit for that he never accomplished. And you're still up here like, he's gonna do this. What's it called? Hold on. I gotta remember it. Can't remember the name of it. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Hold on one sec. Sorry, 1 second. I want to make sure I get this right because I don't want to fuck it up. Big T, thank you so much for the money gun. I can't remember it. I can't remember it. Oxytocin. That's what I was trying to think of. Oxytocin. You guys know what oxytocin is? You guys know what oxytocin is? I thought I knew it was oxy, but I couldn't remember but I couldn't remember the last part of it. Some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. All right. Oxytocin is one of the big hormones that women get when they're pregnant. It also is a big hormone that men get as they get older too. So it has multiple things. All right. But one of the side effects of oxytocin, all right, is forgetfulness. It blocks things out of your head, right? So when women get pregnant and they're like, oh, it's super painful. And then they're like, oh, I want more kids. And people are like, oh, see, it must not hurt that bad. No, it's literally the oxytocin that actually it actually has a chemical imbalance of your head when you're pregnant to almost you forget what's happening. Men also get it as they get older. It's actually what older men get to counterbalance testosterone, which calms men down as they get older. Interesting thing, right? I'm just wondering what kind of oxytocin these women, these MAGAs are getting that make them just forget that they've been burned constantly. Right? Also released whenever you cuddle someone. Oh, that's really cute. I didn't know that. But yeah, I always wonder, like, what kind of oxytocin these guys get? What kind of rush are they getting from the Trump administration? Right? What kind are they getting that makes them like just continue to just go on and on and on and on? It's wow. It's also released during breastfeeding. Oh, that's really cute. See, I didn't know all that. I'm learning from y'all. I listened to a whole thing on it and how it and it actually was a whole thing on grandmas. It's actually really interesting. Anyways, I listened to this whole thing on grandmas. You know, there's only 3 species that have grandmas. Crazy, huh? Yeah, I think theirs is actually brainwashing. I think theirs is actually brainwashing. That's for sure. I think it's honestly, I think what it is, I think that they have gotten to the point where they have just dedicated so much of their time and money and personality and everything else to this thing, and now they don't know what else to do. You know? And now they don't know what else to do. Yeah, but I'm learning all about these hormones. Typical grandma stuff. No, the thing with grandmas is I think there's only 3 species of mammals that actually have grandmas. That's what it was actually talking about. I think it's us, elephants, and I think it's dolphins. Or is it whales? I can't remember which one it is. I think it's one of those. It might be orcas. But it's only the only species that don't where is it orcas? Cool. Yeah, where they have menopause. They stop the ability from having kids. Right? And so they actually grow older. And it's funny because they were talking about, like, you know, the release of oxytocin in men, right? Which makes them forgetful and all sorts of other stuff. And why men actually have lower lifespans throughout pretty much all of these same species, because it's the same chemicals that like kill off men that are this keep like women alive for longer, and that's necessary because women need to be around longer in order to actually teach, where men don't have as much to teach. We're not as important. Yeah. Anyways, it was a whole thing. I probably messed up parts of it, but I was researching. I listened to as much as I could. I try to retain as much as I could. I'm sure I messed up some of that. If I did, don't hate me. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to learn interesting things, okay? I might fail every once in a while. We learn faster. No, we're dumber, so we don't have as much knowledge to pass on. Yeah. We're necessary for a shorter amount of time. In the huge circle of evolution, we are not necessary as long. That's where we were getting to. Okay. Yeah. That's what we were getting to. Men are dumb. But I mean, you probably could ask most of the women in here. They would have told you that without all the hormone talk and everything else. Without all the hormone talk, most of the women in here could have told you that we're dumb. Scott, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Said the next UFC match to be held in the ballroom. You know, Scott, you're kind of like my super chat shit talker. So I don't actually know whether this is true or not. Is this true? Because this has the full possibility to actually be true. Y'all, can we get this thing up to 100,000 likes? I appreciate y'all. This could actually be true. I'm not sure. Anyone have a clue? No, nothing. All right. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. Someone let me know if that's true. Gold boxing gloves only.
Nigger, faggot,
Gold boxing gloves only. It's made of gold. It's gold. It's gold. I wonder if Trump will get in the ring. You think Trump will get in the ring? Hello?
Hey, I guess gas prices are down. $1.17 in Texas.
As of today, the average gas price of unleaded gallon is approximately $3.42.
Nope.
With the diesel
Check
averaging.
it again, buddy. In Texas.
I'm looking at it.
It's down, and it's going to go down in every other state.
I'm looking at it right now.
Lie. I just seen the fucking video.
I can put it on the screen for everybody else.
I even got it in your chat. I sent the link in your chat.
I can literally put it on the screen for everybody.
You're lying, bro. You're fucking lying.
This is from AAA.
It's sad that you guys gotta lie so much
and this is like the
deflect the truth.
Yeah, this is the
it's
so this is by
$1.17. You
looks like
fucking
it's
moron.
Yeah, and then if you go down here, we can go to hold on, let's see. I don't know. So this is for
Fucking
regular
pussy boy.
over here. Regular Texas,
All right, have a good one.
$3.41.
God bless you.
Hail Satan. Oh. I'm just saying AAA has the stats. It even says it's as of today. It says as of today. All right. Like it's literally it even has the date on there. All right. That's a crazy thing to say, dude. That's a wild thing to say. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Gas is definitely $1.17 in 1990. Yeah. If you somehow found a way to time travel to go back to 1990, you could probably find gas for that price. Like, bro, why are you gonna come lie about something that I can just pull up? Like, what's the point of lying on it? I can pull it up. Not even hard. Black market gas? That sounds racist. Hello, how are you?
Get unlimited for just $35 a month for 1 month.
That was Trump Mobile too. That's the commercial he was hearing. That's that $3 a barrel gas from earlier. Yeah, dude, like I can pull it up. Like, dude, if you're gonna come up here and lie, don't pull up stuff that I can easily pull up. You know what I'm saying? The Senate has passed a bipartisan housing bill that aims to bring down housing prices and boost supply, sending it to the House. Interesting. The Senate passed a bipartisan housing bill on Monday that aims to reduce federal regulations and expand local control. One of the most sweeping efforts in recent decades to increase supply and bring down housing. The bill, which passed 85-5 and now heads to the House, has been the focus of intense negotiations in recent weeks as lawmakers in both parties try to address housing costs in the election year. The final version of the legislation bans corporate investors from buying single-family homes, but doesn't include a Senate provision that would have required investors to sell newly constructed homes within 7 years. Aww. The measure was the result of years of work to lower costs, expanding housing supply, cut red tape, to protect taxpayers, and help more Americans achieve the dream of home ownership, said Senate Banking Committee Chairman Tim Scott. Tim Scott's still around? That's annoying. Anyways, who worked with the Democrats to get the bill passed? Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, the top Democrat on the banking panel, said it's the most significant housing bill to pass the Congress since 1990 with the average home American. Blah, 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 blah. Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, it's better than what we got, I guess, technically. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 48.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Do what?
What's on your mind? Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, I don't support Trump at all. Really, I love your show. You know what I'm saying? But I have a theory about Democrats and Republicans. I just want to run by you and see how you feel about it.
All right, why not? Send it.
And okay, like I think it's a two-headed monster. You know what I'm saying? But like my theory is, you know, the economy always do good on the Democrats and bad on the Republicans. True, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think what it is, they playing with the stock markets and stuff, you know, because all the rich people, no matter if the country doing bad or good, they good. You see what I'm saying? So they get the Republicans in there to make everybody go broke, and they sell their stock. And then when everybody done sold them all, the rich people buy them back, and then the Democrats jump in office and get the economy going again, good again, and the stocks go back up, and then the Republicans sell them to us broke people. You know what I'm saying? And then Republicans get back in there and crash them, and we have to sell them again for low. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm not actually sure I'm tracking all of what you're saying. I actually don't think I'm tracking all of what you're saying, to be completely honest with you.
I think they work together. Like, I think the Republicans, when the Republicans get in office, they make the economy go to shit. So they don't have to worry about it though, because they good with money. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to sell nothing or anything. But they buy all the stocks up when the economy goes down. So then the Republicans, when they get back out of office and the Democrats come in and boost the economy up, the little man, they buy stocks back for higher. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a Ponzi scheme.
Well, the stock market can be described as a Ponzi scheme. I don't know if this really has to do much with Republicans or Democrats, and more just to do with the stock market. It definitely favors people with money more than it favors people without money. And the people that with money are going to make money regardless of who's in office. So I think you're on the right track of what you're trying to say, but I don't think it's more of a Republican Democrat thing as much as it is just the entire system was set up to be against you from the get-go, regardless of who's president.
I agree with that. Yeah. But I think they working us together though.
I'm sure that there's some on both sides that are, and there's some on both sides that aren't. But I don't think it's like a collective from the Democratic Party to screw you over. I don't think it's a collective from the Republican Party. Well, most Republican parties, maybe this one it is, but for most Republican parties to screw you over either, I think that's, that's just what some of them individually want to do more than anything. So.
All right, man. That's all I really want. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just wanted to run it by you, see how you felt about it. And keep doing what you're doing. I love your show, man.
I appreciate that, man. You have a good one, all right?
All right, you too.
Bye-bye. Took me a second to get there. I think he was all right at the end. The stock market and everything, it is built against you. So yeah, nice guy. Very nice guy. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 34.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
And no, not much, man. We're just talking about this topic over here with Trump and Republicans, but I think it's more so the issue is Trump and Israel.
No, it's Trump and the Republicans.
Who are also, I guess, APAC lovers, and a lot of them are Zionists. That's what I'm trying to say. And with the Republican side, even the Democrats, everybody's taking money from Israel, man.
I think that foreign politics has an influence on United States politics, which shouldn't happen. Mostly because money has an effect on American politics, and that shouldn't happen. I don't think that's specifically an Israel thing, though. Israel seems to be a higher benefactor of that situation just because of the way that they place themselves in their history in the minds of a lot of older politicians, right? But the problem is not Israel doing their best to influence it for their benefit. The problem is American politicians falling for it. But Donald Trump falls for everything, so I guess that's not surprising.
APAC is a very big thing too, man. They need to be categorized as a foreign entity, man. That's what JFK was trying to do before he got killed. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of like things that are.
What I'm saying is you're looking at a very small part of the problem, not the bigger problem.
I think that's a part of the big problem too, man.
No, it's a small part of a big problem. The big problem is money in politics. That's the big problem. You're looking at a very small part of it and then extrapolating that to the bigger problem. And that's just one reason. The fact that they can influence elections or influence politicians is a problem. The fact that big oil can do it is a separately big problem. The fact that the CEO of Apple can pay Donald Trump a gold brick to get tariffs removed off his products is a problem, right? Like whenever people with money or influence have the ability to influence our elections and influence policy decisions, it's bad regardless of who's doing it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, man. Great talk, man. Love to hear your insight, man. Good talking to you, brother.
Have a good one. Bye.
Have a good one, man. Thanks for your insight, man.
Yeah, no, money in politics is a problem. I think when you start making it just like directly about like one sort of like it's just about APAC, then I don't know. I think it loses focus. I think it sounds, I don't know. It takes away from your goal. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that I think lobbyists are just the problem. Like lobbyists as a whole. Like have groups like APAC found a way to exploit, lobbying in order to gain influence? Yeah. But it's really because of the money, right? They're able to garner support for billions of dollars that they use to influence elections based off who they are. If we take the money out of politics, we fix all of it all in one shot. If we take the money out of politics, we fix everything in one shot. Yeah, Citizens United ruling would be excellent. Excellente, 100%. Excellente. Ooh, man. Scott, thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate that. Said male oxytocin has to do with constipation. I believe you. That actually kind of makes sense, to be completely honest with you. I'm not I appreciate. I'm pretty sure you might be right. Someone said Tuskegee Airmen exhibit gone. Which one? At the Smithsonian or the actual one in Tuskegee? Because I was actually supposed to go to the one in Tuskegee like a couple weeks ago. I want to go back, so hopefully it's not closed. Because I really want to go. Like for real, for real. Oh, my back. Ugh. I need to go set up my computer. Sorry. My back is hurting. Anywho. All right. Hey y'all, I think I'm gonna jump off. I have a new computer that just showed up today, and I really need to set it up. So I'd really like to do that before. I'd really like to do that before it gets too late. I'd really like to do that. So I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna go set up my computer. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.